Righto, so we're into it. We're going to be doing collision. So we can see the game here running. We can shoot, and the idea is that we want to get one of the one of the enemies out of the enemies array colliding with one of the bullets out of the bullets array, and trying to get two individual things out of an array with multiple things, knowing if they've collided with each other, and then having them delete and what have you. So there's a few steps involved, but largely we basically want to tell the bullet detect a collision and then delete the bullet, and as the bullet's done that, on that instance we'll go through all the enemies in the array, and when that's declared, we'll also delete the enemy as well at the same time. Right, so we're going to make a couple functions. Has hit item, aka thing, but item's a little bit shorter and easier to work with, so we're going to return. Basically, we want to check if there's a collision between x and y. So this will be this dot x plus this dot width is greater than or equal to whatever the item is dot x, and this dot x is less than this, item dot x plus item dot width, which is this first set here is saying if our enemies on this side and we're trying to hit a player over here is the enemy's x position plus its width now overlapping with something that's over here, and obviously vice versa. And this is going to do the same just vertically, so this dot y plus this dot height is greater than or equal to item dot y, and this dot y is less than or equal to, oops, missed the equals to there. You probably get away with less than without having the equals to, but it's just a little bit more accurate. Item dot y plus item dot height, semicolon for good luck. Right, so we're basically returning has there been a collision with an item of some description, and then we basically want to say has hit enemy, right? And then we're going to say we're passing in an enemy into here, and this is going to go this dot has hit item. We're passing the enemy into there. So we're basically getting this function to feed into here, and this has hit enemy is now going to be passed into a final function, which is going to basically say has collided. Has collided. The this dots aren't going to work now because we're kind of passing from function to function to function kind of thing. So we're going to say var self equals this, which will then we can use self dot in the place of this dot, which we've used item. Then we will go var collided equals false, because we need to pass this function into somewhere to check if it's true, which we're going to check with an if statement here. So if what? So if self dot has hit enemy is true, then we're going to go pass the enemy into here, but I've missed a step because I'm just that great. So obviously we want to say yes, have we hit an enemy? But what we want to do is we obviously need to loop through all the enemies. So it will be enemies dot for each function, and it's going to go enemy, comma I. So I take that if, chuck it there, tab it in. Right. Then in that case there, if there has been a collision, which has been passed from here, just been passed to there, and so effectively has hit enemy, is checking all this dot x dot items, what have you. Item is effectively detecting in the enemies array and going through in the individual here that it's going to have an X. So basically it's saying enemy.x versus bullet.x, etc., etc. So then we can go through here. What are we doing? We're going to delete the enemy. So delete I, and we're going to say collided is equal to true now. Oops, true. Get there. And then we need to filter, because we've got an enemies array, right? And we've deleted now. Sorry. Enemies I. So we've deleted now the enemy that has been hit with a bullet out of the array. But if you delete something out of an array, it will kind of, the memory will say there was something in position, say 3 in the array, but now we've deleted it. It'll just say in position 3. It'll say empty. It won't. So we'll end up having an enemy array of 30 things that have all been shot down, and they'll just say 30 things of empty. So it holds like an empty space there. It doesn't actually truly clear them out. Or undefined, which we have used this code before. So I'm going to recycle it. So we've got bullets equals bullets. This is where it's finding everything that's undefined in the array that's been deleted, that's empty, and clearing it out properly so there's no undefined in there anymore. So if we go into the bullets and we put in this, and so obviously we're talking enemies now. Enemies. Filter through anything undefined and clear it out. So now how do we get this? Is this all connected? How does this, where does this get picked up, etc., etc.? So as we said, game here, we said if bullet is out of bounds, we're going to delete a bullet, or bullet dot has collided, then we'll delete a bullet, and we'll also delete a enemy at the same time. So we'll try this. Hopefully this all works well. So we shoot. Oh, reference item is not defined on line 25. Okay, I thought we had that in. Bullet. Item, thank you. Oh, God. Am I hitting anything? No, I'm missing. It's doing nothing. No, it is doing nothing. Alright, okay, let's have a check. Right, so having a wee look through here, one of the things I pick up is that I made a spelling mistake. But it was consistent, so I wouldn't have cared. My only thought is that these here need to be kind of bracketed to make sure that they're working them out as a kind of a clump first, which I wouldn't have thought would cause an issue, but I will put this in out of paranoia and see if it makes a difference. Oops, there's another bracket there. So this, which, yeah, and this, yeah, right. Let's hope that did the trick. Why delete. Game. Bullet has collided. It's true. What you doing to me? Alright, after some soul searching, I saw a mistake. That was a mistake. So I'm not returning this value, so the value is not getting passed down. It's because it wasn't actually getting a return of this. So we'll see if it was just that, because there is one more thing. Oh, that's a new issue. Otherwise, the other check is also I need to return, I think, collided, because wow, must have really botched something up now. Haven't changed anything in here, so I don't know why that's died. I'll take this out. Save it. See, oh, yep, the game runs. Great. I'll go for bullet dot has collided. Refresh it. Okay. Oh, and it's working. I don't know why that was there before. I think maybe I shot everything without noticing. Don't know how I did that, because that wasn't even showing up. So yes, it's all fixed now. We got there in the end. Right. I just double test whether that was needed or not. I'm sure it would be. Sure it would be. Logic says it should be. But who needs a logic? That deleted way faster than I thought it would have. Let's just refresh that. I think I was just grabbing a few grouped over ones, but yes, I'm putting it back in there out of sheer paranoia now. But yes, so there we go. There we have it. So detecting for a general collision with the bullet and something. Then we're basically saying, oh, it's the enemy we're after, so we're just going to return this function, but we're passing it an enemy. So now the has collided that's putting this to this, and this is into false to start. So then it's looping through the enemy array and then going if has hit enemy, which is passing through the enemy array and grabbing enemy. Delete an enemy out the array. We'll say collided is equal to true. Delete something out, return the fact that collided is true. And then in the game here, has collided now is true, so it runs, and then it deletes bullets as well at the same time. So there you go. Plus it actually tells that function to run there. So there you have it. That's it.